So he announced to my mom, he was like, I'm gonna marry her. And when he said that in front of me, I was just like, hey y'all, I'm back. Hello everyone, welcome back to All Things Nola. My name is Nola and I am so glad that I can be here with you today. Oh my goodness, I haven't said that in 2 years, but boy, oh boy, does it feel so good to say that again. Oh my goodness, I know y'all probably like looking at me like, this girl, like, where have you been? Child, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you where I have been. And honestly, it's gonna be a testimony. It's gonna be like a story time. This video is just gonna tell you exactly where I've been for the last 2 years. And it's also going to tell you the trajectory of this channel, where we're going for the next few years to come. Because listen, I'm back and I'm back for good, okay? This channel is going to consist of everything it did before, but just a little more. I know a lot of social media strategists out there always tell you to niche down, but that's one of the reasons why I named my channel what I named it. I literally named it All Things Nola because I'm such a multifaceted person and I like many things. So you will see many things on this channel, okay? Try on hauls, get ready with me's, makeup, like, listen, fashion, even business, because I have a few videos coming for you guys and I'm so excited about where this channel is going. And just get ready and put on your seatbelts because it might be a bumpy ride, but stick with me, you'll see the vision. Once I start really uploading videos, you'll see where I'm going. But let's get started into where I've been for the last 2 years. I bet a lot of you guys thought I wasn't coming back. Even me, for a while, I thought I wasn't gonna come back. It's sad to say that now, but listen, I am back. Even this video, I was actually planning on filming this video like next week or in the next few days, but this morning, I woke up with such an urgency in my spirit. I woke up this morning and there was just something telling me, I'm pretty sure it was the Holy Spirit, but there was something telling me, girl, film your video today. Film your first video today. Just film it today. Now or never. The thing with me is sometimes I like for things to be perfect before I can do something. But when you have that mindset, you will never get started because nothing will never be perfect. Like, I was looking at some of my videos like from 2 years ago and I'm just like, girl, you started with that and that wasn't perfect at all. You just took that camera and you just started. And I need to have that same mindset again. So I threw the perfectionist mindset in the trash and I was like, listen, I'm gonna film this video for you guys and j'en tombe à la tombe, okay? That's it, that's all. So I'm here today. And as you can tell by the title, let me fix my ring. As you can tell by the title, I am now married. So, girl, 2 years ago, my very last video, I was single. And I'm coming back to you a married woman, and I'm about to be married for almost a whole 2 years in December. Girl, so let's get into the story time. Let's get into the testimony. Let's talk about how God blessed me with a husband, okay? Quick. So if you know me, then you know. If you know me, like if you know me, you know that I've always said, even years ago, I always used to say whoever my husband was, he was going to be someone to marry me very quick. Like, he was not going to let me on the market too much for too long because he knows that I'm a good thing. Just like the Bible says, I'm a good thing. And so that's what happened. My man met me, and he was like he was gonna marry me, and he kept his word, honey. And I am now married. And not only that, I'm married, but I have children. Yes, I have babies. Yep. And I want to share them. Like, I'm so torn, and that's probably one of the reasons why it took me so long to come back to YouTube, because yes, I'm a mother, but that's not my only identity. I didn't want to make too many motherhood videos and stuff like that, because I'm not ready to show my children on social media. I'm not ready to show them on camera for thousands and millions of people to see them, especially of what's been going on. If you know, you know, like with the AI stuff and Gemini and like, you know, these words. If you know, you know. And I just want to keep my children's identity protected, and I just want to keep them not a secret, because you know I have children, but I just want to protect their identity for now. I just want to keep them, you know, like just give them their space for the first few years of their life at least. Like, I don't want to share them on social media. Me and my husband made that decision, and I'm sticking by it, because girl, too much stuff going on social media right now. And I know they're still babies, but still, listen, I don't got time to be dealing with the craziness. And even if I were to show them on social media, I know that they're protected by God, because they protected, honey. But it's just, I just want to keep them hidden. I just want to keep them, listen, just protected. Hopefully you guys can understand. Maybe in a few years you might see them, but trust me, they're very, very cute children. I have 2 little babies. What is this? I have two babies. One of them is 1 year old. The other one is 5 months old. Yes, I have Irish twins. Girl, don't even ask me how that happened, because I don't even know. Trust me. But I have Irish twins. The first one is a girl. Her name is Cassidy. She's super cute. And my second born is a boy. His name is Cornelius. Super cute. Like, oh my God, I love them so much to death. And becoming a mother and becoming a wife is just it's just a blessing. It's a blessing. And the Bible describes children as gifts from God, and I love my 2 gifts. I always tell God, thank you for my 2 gifts, because I don't know, I can't even, like, I do remember my life without them, because it was way much free. But I can't imagine my life without them now. Like, I'm like obsessed with them. I know obsessed is not really the right word, but they are my heartbeat. They are my heart, and I love them to death. But let's get into the story time about how I met my husband and how we got married. So basically, last time you guys remembered, I was living alone in a city alone. I was living in Tampa, Florida alone. I was single. I was working. I had my own apartment, my own car. Like, I was a independent woman, you feel me? I was doing things on my own. I was living my life. And it all started with a phone call from my mom. And she was telling me how my aunt wanted to hook me up with her neighbor. And I was just like, what? Like, I was like, whatever. I didn't take it serious at all. And so I think I got another phone call from my aunt this time. And she was like, hey, I got someone I want you to meet. If you want, you can send me some pictures of you, and I'll send you some pictures of him. And again, I didn't take it serious at all. So I think she texted me again to send the pictures and stuff like that. And that's when I sent the pictures, and she sent me the pictures of him. And I was like, oh, okay, he's cute. Let's see, I guess. I don't know. But I still wasn't taking it serious. So, we exchanged pictures. not like directly to each other, like not directly between me and my husband. Like I sent the pictures to my aunt, and my aunt sent the pictures to him, and he sent pictures to my aunt, and my aunt sent the pictures to me. So at this time we still didn't have each other's phone numbers. So we sent the pictures and whatever, and we both got to see how each other looked like. And that's when we were like, okay, I guess we're willing to talk to each other. So that's when she exchanged phone numbers for us. Like, girl, this is like, my aunt was playing matchmaker. Shout out to, I call her mommy because we're that close, but shout out to mommy. Listen, she was looking out. And I'm so grateful for her. And I know that the Lord has a beautiful blessing for her because she did that. But anyway, so we exchanged numbers. And I remember this being a Wednesday night. It was a Wednesday night around 8 o'clock. And I remember this vividly because I was just getting off of work. Like I had this scheduled from 12 to like 8. So I was just getting off of work, and she sent me his number. And I guess she sent my number to him. So I had his number, but I didn't do nothing yet. I didn't call. I didn't text. And then within a few minutes, literally, he did not waste any time. Within a few minutes, I received a call from him, from my husband. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and you know, it was after work. I was just gonna relax, not do anything anyway. So we were just talking on the phone, and we ended up talking for hours. We ended up talking for hours on the phone. And one thing I definitely remember is he mentioned God so many times. He spoke like, he spoke so much. I don't know how to explain it. He spoke with a lot of wisdom, with a lot of biblical wisdom. He was just, like, you could tell that he knows something. Like, you could tell that he was in the Lord, because not many men, I haven't came across any man who was able to talk about God as much as he was able to talk about God. And that's what really caught my attention, and that's what really kept my attention. I was like, wow, he knows something. And honestly, that mattered to me so much. That's what really differentiates him from a lot of other men that was trying to talk to me. And it's really crazy because I'm gonna mention this, that a month or two, like a couple months before we started talking, before I met him, the Lord had advised me to not talk to anyone, to not entertain anyone, to cut everyone off. Like, I wasn't talking to nobody at this time. And now looking back at it, I understand why the Lord was doing that, because he was making way for him. Because imagine if I was entertaining some dude that was wasting my time, and then my real husband came along, and then I couldn't even, pay attention or really see that he was my husband because I was messing around with some other dude. And this is why obedience to the Lord is so important. When the Lord tells you to do something, girl, do it. Do it. When the Lord tells you to do something, do it. It's always at your best interest. Do it. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is key, okay? Be obedient to the Lord. And I'm talking to myself too. And I'm very glad I was obedient to God at that time. So we spoke for hours, and then the next day he texted me good morning, and we was just talking and texting, and he was very consistent. Oh, that was another thing that set him apart. Very consistent, because listen, people are just not consistent these days when it comes to relationships. Like, people are not consistent. So he was very consistent, and literally, I think at this time, my schedule, I had Fridays and Saturdays off. And mind you, he lived right across the street from my aunt, and that is how my aunt knew him and stuff like that. And I guess they used to have like little small talk. She saw him going to church all the time and work. Like, he didn't really go out, and so my aunt was like, oh my God, he's perfect for me. And so, boy, was she right. But anyway, so I had Fridays and Saturdays off, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and drive to Fort Lauderdale to check this guy out. Like, I get to see my family anyway. At that time, I don't think I've seen them in a couple weeks. So I was just like, let me just drive to check him out. So I drove to Fort Lauderdale on that Thursday night, like right after I was done working. I drove to Fort Lauderdale, got at my parents' house that Thursday night, and the very next morning we met each other. And we met each other at my aunt's house. Oh my God, when I was about to meet this man, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I don't know if he knows that I was nervous. And when he watches this, well, babe, I was nervous. I was nervous to meet you. I was like, oh my God, what should I wear? I don't even remember what I wore. I think he remembers what I wore, but I remember what he wore. He wore this beautiful green sweater, and he just looks so good in it because he has dark skin, and so the green against his dark skin was just everything. I was like, oh my God, he looks, you know, cute in that green sweatshirt. So we spoke, and I can tell that he was a very respectful young man. He was very respectful. He was very humble. He was very kind. Yes, those three words: respectful, humble, and kind. And I just really liked his spirit, and I felt safe. I didn't feel like I felt very, very, very safe. So we met at my aunt's house, and my aunt's house that, you know, she lives across the street. So we met there, and we spoke with them for a while, and then we had like a little coffee date at Starbucks. So we went to Starbucks, and we had a coffee date or whatever, and from there it was history. Like, we got into his, like, at the time he had this little Lexus IS, and we just drove to Starbucks and we had a little date there, and then I think he had to go to work afterwards. And he has a very, how can I say, powerful position. And girl, listen, the way the Lord works things out for you is so amazing. Just trust him. Just trust him. Trust the process. Trust the process. And so later that night, he got off of work, and he got off of work and he wanted to see me. So later that night, so he came to my mom's house, and he actually came to meet my mom and my sister. And I still remember it. They were just sitting on the couch, and he was just meeting him, and then meeting them. And that's when he announced to my mom that he was going to marry me. He didn't even tell me, child. He didn't even tell me that he was gonna marry me. He told my mom and my sister. My dad at the moment was somewhere. He was not there, but he later told my dad too, but my dad just wasn't there at the moment. So he announced to my mom, he was like, I'm gonna marry her. And when he said that in front of me, I was just like, I mean, it would be nice if he told me that first, like. So he said that, and when he said it with confidence. He said it with conviction, and I was just like, what? Is this my husband? Is this my husband? So, and it is kind of crazy because that Wednesday night, when I told you we were talking on the phone for hours, I kind of already felt in my heart like, girl, yeah, it might be him. It might be him. I just kept thinking that and feeling that. So when he said that, it's in front of my mom, it was like kind of a surprise, but at the same time, it wasn't a surprise. So child, from that day forth, we saw each other every single day, and we were meeting each other's families. Like, he has like a lot of brothers and sisters, and I love all of them. Like, if they're watching this video, shout out to you guys. All my sisters-in-laws, like, I love y'all. Like, I love y'all. They're so nice. They're so beautiful. They're so talented. They're just amazing people. His mother, I was just meeting everybody. His brother, I was just meeting everybody. But I met everyone, and we spent like almost every single day together. And if we didn't see each other that day, best believe we were in contact. And it was a very beautiful time. It was kind of rocky, but it was beautiful. And I only say rocky because we met in July, and by September, we found out so we met in July and we got engaged or whatever, and by September I found out that I was pregnant. Now this might be very how can I say it, controversial, I guess, and you know, this whole thing, but I'm not gonna get too much into that. But there's a reason for everything. And even in our mistakes, which I don't believe that was a mistake or anything, but even in our own decisions and stuff like that, the Lord always got us, okay? And this is just me being transparent about my story. A lot of people thought that we were getting married so quickly because I got pregnant, but that's actually not the truth. It's not the truth at all. He already told everyone in my family and his family that he was going to marry me even a couple months before I even got pregnant, okay? So we didn't have a shotgun wedding. We got married quickly because that was what the Lord wanted for us. And like I said, I knew that I was somebody that was always going to get married fairly quickly. I don't know how I knew that. I don't know. It's just something that I kind of deep down inside, I just knew that was going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. So I got pregnant and I got married while I was pregnant. And at the time, that's why I said the road was kind of bumpy. It was a beautiful time, but it was kind of bumpy because of course I didn't expect to get pregnant. And I was like happy but scared, and I was just, a lot of emotions was just going through me. And that was one of the reasons why I felt like I shied away from YouTube, because I'm just like, how am I supposed to explain this to people? But now I'm actually I'm not scared to tell people my story. Like, I got pregnant while being engaged. I wasn't fully married yet, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm so very grateful for my children, because there's a lot of people out there that have infertility issues. There's a lot of people out there that can't conceive, that wish they had babies. And I'm so grateful for my children. I'm pretty sure God factored all of this into his wonderful plan for me and my husband. And I'm proud to tell my story now, because God got us. You know what I mean? God got us. And we're still together today, and we're going to be together for many, many more years. So I got pregnant while I was married. And like I said, we met in July. I got pregnant by September, and by December 9th, exactly on December 9th of 2021, we got married, and we had a gorgeous wedding. And not only did we have a gorgeous wedding, but we had a gorgeous debt-free wedding, okay? We were not in debt after we got married, which is, now that I'm thinking about it, that's such a blessing, because so many people have big, beautiful weddings like we did, but afterwards they're so entangled into debt. And that was just, God did not allow that to happen to us. And I'm so very grateful and blessed to say that. And I'm not bragging in any way. It's just, I'm happy that we didn't get into debt. So we got married on December 9th. So July, August, September, October, and November. So I went from single to married with a baby on the way in 5 months. In 5 months. Don't tell me that God cannot do the impossible. This was a suddenly thing. This was a sudden marriage. This was a marriage that came out of nowhere. Okay, I knew that I was going to be married. There was always a prophecy over my life that I was going to be married to a wonderful man. But the way God did it so quickly, still blows my mind. Even everybody in my family, sometimes they look at me and they're like, whoa, you're married with children? Like sometimes I catch my mom and my dad looking at me and they're just like, wow, you're married with children. Even me, sometimes I'd be looking at my kids and I'd be like looking at my husband. I'm like, where did y'all come from? Like, it was just me. And now I just have this whole, I have this whole beautiful family of my own. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not about to mess up my makeup. But God is good. And I want this video, I'm not gonna cry. I want this video to really glorify God, because nothing is impossible for him. And a lot of people might be watching this video like, oh my God, 5 months is not enough time. You don't even know him, whatever, this, that, and the other. But like, you could be with someone for like 5-10 years and not really know them, okay? Listen, this was not a natural thing. This was a supernatural thing. This was a God thing. This was not a me thing. This is not something that I tried to do on my own. This is not something that my husband was trying to do. It was something that just happened, okay? It was something that was God ordained. This was a God thing, because if this was not a God thing, I guarantee you we would not be together today, because it was fast and it was beautiful, but it was a lot of hard work too. Like, getting to know somebody in such a short period of time, and also like I'm still with him and we're still learning each other. And even if you knew somebody for 30 years, they're going to change. It's a part of life, you know what I mean? You're still going to have to learn somebody even 30, 40, 50 years in, because us humans, we're ever evolving, we're ever changing. If you're not changing, if you're not improving, if you're not progressing, you're dying, okay? So that's a part of life. And I'm just so grateful to be in this position. Now I'm a mother, I'm a wife. Like, it's just so, it's a lot of responsibility, and it's very different from being single, but I wouldn't have it no other way. And if you're out there and you're waiting for your kingdom marriage, if you're waiting for your supernatural, you're waiting for the Lord to bless you with a marriage, with a kingdom spouse, with a husband, with a wife, keep on waiting. And while you're waiting, I would say really try to improve yourself while you're waiting. Try to work on your patience. Try to work on being more kind. Try to work on being more loving. Try to work on those things while you're single, because you're gonna need to be those things while being married. And just keep on waiting on God, because he is faithful and he will see it to the end. If that's what you want, the Lord will give it to you. He will give you the desires of your heart. I'm here to tell someone that he is going to do it for you. He will do it for you. There is nothing that is too big. There is nothing that is too impossible for God, okay? There is nothing that is too impossible for God. Who knows? You might meet your kingdom husband, you might meet your kingdom wife literally tomorrow and get married by next year or by the end of the year. Like, you just never know what can happen, because I guarantee you, in the beginning of 2021, if someone told me that I was going to end that year expecting a baby and married, I would have been like, no, I would have told that person that they're crazy and that they're sick in the head. You feel me? It's sick. Sick. But the Lord can do it, okay? And he is not going to steer you wrong. And do not doubt him. Do not doubt him, and just wait on him. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will direct your steps. He will do it for you. As long as you're acknowledging him and you're putting him first and you're being obedient to what he's telling you to do, he will bless you with that spouse. And I just pray that this video is encouraging someone out there. I pray that this video is renewing someone's strength. I pray that this video is helping someone build, like, wait a little longer for the Lord, because he will come through at the right time. You might think he's late, but honey, he will come right on time, because his timing is always the perfect timing, okay? The perfect timing. And trust me, you want to wait on the Lord, because you don't want a counterfeit husband. You don't want a counterfeit wife. You don't want to marry the wrong person. Trust me. There's a lot of pain there. There's a lot of regret there. There's going to be a lot of mistakes. There's going to be a lot of time wasted. Listen, you don't want to marry the wrong person because marriage is already so hard just by itself. Even when you marry the right person, marriage is hard, okay? So imagine if you marry the wrong person. Imagine if you marry the counterfeit, right? Like, girl, just wait on the Lord. He will renew your strength. He will give you not only what you want, but he will give you what you need. Because what I found out about the Lord is that sometimes he might leave out a few things that you want to give you what you really need. And at the end of the day, you will thank him. You will be so grateful that he didn't give you everything you wanted, but he gave you everything that you needed. And that's a word for someone out there. That's a word for someone out there. So yeah, guys, that is how God blessed me with a husband and children within 5 months, like 5 months. So I got married that December 9th, and when was my daughter born? By April 14th of the next year, I gave birth to my daughter. So I have children and a husband now, and I'm so grateful, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Even though at the time it may have seemed a little hard or whatever it is, but whatever is worth having sometimes, or most of the time, doesn't really come easy. You know what I mean? If it's really worth having, it doesn't come easy. So I'm so happy to be in this position that I'm in today. And girl, I am back on YouTube. Like I said, I won't really be showing my children, but if you guys want, I can do a meet my husband video. I didn't even tell him, I didn't even ask him, but I know he'll come around to it. He'll come around. But if you guys want to meet him, you can meet him. We can do a video like that, but you have to request it. If you guys not requesting it, then I'm not gonna do it. You gotta request it, okay? So I'm back on YouTube officially, okay? I have try-on hauls coming. I have business videos coming. I have faith talk videos coming. I have get ready. I can't talk, girl. I have get ready with me videos coming. Listen, I have everything coming. Like, I literally been planning my content for the last couple weeks. Listen, I'm getting ready to come back, and I'm so excited for what the future has for me here on YouTube. I missed doing this so much, like real bad, honey. Me and YouTube go together real bad, honey. Like, listen, I'm back, honey, and I am not coming to play. I'm gonna be uploading a full-length YouTube video on Wednesdays, and on Saturdays I will be uploading a YouTube Shorts video. So one full-length video and one Shorts video every week. So you're gonna get 2 videos out of me, okay? 2 videos out of me. If you have any questions, if you have any requests on videos you want me to do, comment them down below. What else? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Well, I just told you to comment. Listen, I'm a little rusty because I haven't done this YouTube thing in 2 years, but listen, I'm coming back. I'm coming. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Give this video a like, y'all. And if you wanna hear another testimony of mine, I'm going to link my other testimony video that's doing numbers. Like, thank you so much, guys, for like y'all blowing up that video. The video that I have about how God blessed me with a new job, car, and apartment all in 30 days. Like, y'all been blowing that video up. And if you haven't watched that video, I'm linking it. I don't know if it's gonna be whatever. I'm linking it up here. Go watch it. You're gonna be blessed by that video, and that's one of the reasons why I came to you back on YouTube, because the comments on that video really encouraged me. Y'all said that I encouraged y'all, but y'all really encouraged me. Okay, this is a back and forth thing. We go together real bad. We go together. We go together. We're besties now. Okay. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, guys. My baby's crying. I gotta go. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Let's aim for 10,000 subscribers, okay? So everybody watching this video, subscribe. If this video blessed you, if you found encouragement in this video, if you found this video to be entertaining, if you just like me, if you like my old videos, just subscribe. Help your girl out. We go together. Just subscribe. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys. Have a great day and see you next week. Bye, guys.